Do you feel like you're always attracting people that don't treat you well, or you're always attracted to people that mistreat you? Whenever you find yourself attached to or bonded to someone that is bad for you, that's not true love. That's a trauma bond. In order for something to be true love, it has to be mutually beneficial. It needs to be good for you and good for the other person as well. It needs to be beneficial all the way around in the energy of it, in the thoughts of it, in the actions. But when there's someone or something, a relationship that is actually tearing you down, that is actually abusive, that is neglectful, that leaves you wanting, that is actually not true love because it's not to your benefit. It's to your detriment. Because it's tearing you down and not building you up, that is what we classify as a trauma bond. It's a bond. You feel attached or attracted, but you're not being attached or attracted to something that's good for you. Therefore, you're outpouring energy without getting a good return on your energy investment. And yes, your love that you're pouring out is an energy. The care that you're giving is energy, and you're putting it out without getting a good investment or a good return on your investment. A lot of times it's because we grew up with caregivers that were unsafe in some way. And so when we meet up now with unsafe forms of love, our nervous system says, this is home. And our nervous system settles right into that because it's now miswired or misaligned. So we have to retune up our nervous system to find those so-called boring, safe relationships as actually attuned and aligned, instead of being aligned with relationships that are actually toxic or bad for us. This can be a romantic relationship, or it can be your relationship with your mother, uncle, sister, brother, cousin. Anytime you're bonded to someone that mistreats you, that's a trauma bond. In order to break free from a trauma bond, we have to break the old beliefs that may be false or detrimental to us. Beliefs such as, I can change them, and if I change them, then I'll be safe. Or, I can handle it. A little abuse for me, it's just me. I can take it. Or, I deserve it. These are beliefs that are detrimental to you and keeping you stuck in the trauma bond. So you have to address these beliefs by writing them down on a piece of paper and finding what's false about them. For instance, this false idea that you can change another person. Not only can you not change another person, it's not your job to change another person, because there is no responsibility where there is no power. And because you don't have the power to make someone do something, to make someone be something, you cannot change them. And it is not your job to change them. Or you take that belief, well, it's just me, or I can handle it, or I deserve it. Think about if you're caring for a small child. Would you allow that child to be abused and say, it's just my child, they can handle it, and they probably deserve it? Never. So likewise, you cannot treat yourself that way. Because exactly as you would treat a child you're caring for is how you must treat yourself. That is self-love. And in order for you to be in a loving relationship, you need to learn to find love that's mutually beneficial for the other person, but also for you. And so you have to start with self-love, which is to see yourself as a child and to parent the self, which means here to protect the self from abuse and neglect and mistreatment, and say, you know what? I wouldn't tolerate this for my kid, so I'm not going to tolerate this for me. Because I got to protect my human. I'm going to end this relationship. I'm going to disconnect from my boyfriend, girlfriend, mother, brother, sister, whoever these people are that are not appreciating us, that are not treating us as worthy. We have to disconnect from them. And then we need to get focused on purpose. All that love, all the energy that you're pouring into that person that you love so much, that you're so bonded to, so attached to, you need to take all that energy and you need to pour it into a purpose. In this way, you're putting it into something that you have power over, that you have control over, which is just goals. Something that's mutually beneficial to you, but it'll allow you to help others too. And when you put all that energy out there to actually assist people who want it, who need it, and who will appreciate it, you're going to get something in return. And that's true love. So even though it might not be a person right now, when you pour that energy into your purpose, you're building up the self, that self-love, you're protecting yourself by cutting off the toxic trauma bonds, and you're in a position now to have healthy love. So if you do happen to meet someone, you can add them on to this beautiful world that you've created where you're loving yourself, you're living in purpose, you're serving others, and now you can also love this other person instead of pouring all that energy into just one who doesn't even appreciate it.